Hey, what's up there, YouTube? All my YouTube friends and fellow Wednesday warriors. This is Jesse here, back again with another video. I haven't actually done one of these collection videos in a little while, so that's my fault. I like doing these; they're fun. This one here is going to be about the all-new Wolverine and X-23, and who is she? Why does she have Wolverine's mantle? Well, why did she get this spot? You know, which in my opinion would be a coveted spot in the Marvel Universe. Wolverine is a pretty iconic character who's been around a long time. Is she new? Like, why does she have it? Alright, so let's answer a couple of those questions. So to start with, she is X-23 Laura Kinney, and she is now the all-new Wolverine, female Wolverine. We have issue number 1. This is the hip-hop variant DMX cover. And issue number 2 should be coming out pretty soon. In this, we saw her in the assassin role. That was a pretty sweet RQ-1 Predator drone that we saw in there as well. Okay, so she is Laura Kinney. She has Wolverine's claws. There's 2 in the front and then 1 on her foot that she can kick people with, which would hurt quite a bit, right? She actually first appeared in this series here, NYX. It was number 4, and this came out, I believe it was 2000, and I should know this since I'm doing this. I tried to be prepared. I shall check. Issue number 1. This came out in 2003. Okay. So that's her first appearance in that series. And then she got her solo series in 2005, which is this one. And this tells her origin story. Essentially, and I'll explain this, the guy who... so Wolverine escaped from the Weapon X program, and a guy actually stole... Wolverine... they stole his DNA, and Wolverine escaped and killed this one guy. And the son of the guy who stole the DNA was working for a genetics program using that stolen DNA, and really couldn't figure out how to do anything until this doctor came along to help. Her name was Dr. Kinney, and they basically used parts of Wolverine's DNA. They were trying to make something, and they couldn't. So to make it work within their time frame, they said, okay, well, we're going to make it a female instead. It'll be slightly different. So that's how they came up with her. They wanted to call her X-23 and use her just as a weapon, not a human. They kept her locked in a cage, and it was like really sad. She wouldn't really say anything. Dr. Kinney, they forced her to be the carrier of the baby. So she took on sort of a motherly role, but in secret, because they didn't want this baby to have any type of, really anything human about her. So she still did, though. She was still human. She was still a girl. And they would send her on these assassination missions, and then she would come back and, like, cut herself with her own claws to, like, help deal with the pain, which is really sad. Ended up, I don't want to give away too much of this story, but some people got some justice they really deserved, and then something really sad and really tragic happened relating to her. Again, I don't want to give it away. It is a 6-part series. This is issue 1. This is issue 2, but a sketch variant cover. Issue number 3. Issue number 4. Issue number 5. Issue number 6 is right there. It was a 6-part series. And she did end up getting like a little envelope, and in that envelope was a really old photo of 2 people. One was Wolverine and one was Professor X, which was her gateway, let's call it, to the X universe and the X-Men, which is where she is now. So there's that. Once she left, she was out on the street and quite alone for a while. And I believe it was this series here. I only have issue number 4, but this is a 21-part series. She ended up being out on the streets and working as a prostitute for this guy named, I think it was Zebra Daddy. And, you know, sad, really sad. A lot of depth to this character, if you ask me. Ended up X-Men finding her and rescuing her, taking her in. She was, went to the X-Mansion to become a student, so they saved her. She ran away one day, though, and met some of her old street friends in this one shot here. It's called X-23, Women of Marvel One Shot. And then she was, helping the X-Men for a while. X-Force, she was on that team. Did some interesting things there. And then, of course, last year we had the death of Wolverine, which she is obviously tied to quite a bit, being that she is essentially a clone. They used her DNA. While she was with the X-Men, he kind of took on like a fatherly role. So like it's kind of strange, a clone, but also sort of a father figure. So she was into these books here. You can see her there when Logan died. She was in these stories here, Life After Logan. And then this story here about the Weapon X program she was a part of as well. Because obviously she was in the Weapon X program, sort of. She was a product of the Weapon X program, let's say that. So issue 3, issue 4, and issue 5. That was a 5-part series and a precursor, a sort of lead-in to Wolverines, which she was, as you can see here, very heavily involved with. This was Wolverine, Sabretooth, Mystique, Daken, and I think it was Lady Deathstrike, or Phantom L as well. This was a 20-part weekly series that went right up to the beginning of Secret Wars. So I got a few of these to show you. This is a fun series. Again, it was a weekly. So this is issue 1. It's a variant. Issue 1 blank cover. Don't have the regular one. It's issue number 2. Issue number 3 of Wolverine. That's Phantom L there, first appearance. Issue number 4. There she is again. She's more grown up now, right? Issue 5. Issue 6. Issue 7. Number 8. Number 9. 10. 11. See, there she is. She really had to deal a lot with Wolverine's death. She's pretty much, at this point, the only person who was sort of tied to her past, which again was a very sad upbringing. She lived in a cage. 13. Deadpool was in this one, and Blade as well, which is cool issue. Issue 14, there she is again, with a Ghost of Wolverine, let's call it. 15, issue 16, with some others there, and then Mr. Sinister's up there. Alright, issue 17, issue 18, oops, I missed some. Oh god, see, I'm trying to do this video and I missed a couple. Great. Well, I got 19 and 20 somewhere around here. Sorry, guys. And then, now this was the 21-part series where she was the prostitute. This one here. This is the one that I have. Issue 2. And issue 3. And this is issue 3 of Target X, which was another series that she had. So there you go. But after Wolverines, basically she was with the X-Men and kind kind of where we find her now, still with the X-Men. She took on that mantle of her father figure and her clone. She's not a new character. She's been around for over 10 years now. She was created by Chris Kyle, I think his name is. Shoot. Chris Kyle. I'm trying to look here real quick. Yeah, Craig Kyle. Chris Yost created her, over 10 years ago. And she is still around, doing well, and that is why she is the new Wolverine. So hope that helps. There's some X-23 issues to take a look at, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks.